Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. I wanted to thank John from Texas for sponsoring this power pair, as we say, usually together, Alexia and I. We make a big deal out of it. Thank you so much for sponsoring this. And today we're looking at Van Morrison, 2 songs. And I promise you, John, I'll show these to Alexia. But I'll do them by myself today. Actually, in 3 days, she's coming back. I did release some Alexia and myself today together, just some random stuff we did, so I hope you guys enjoy. But we're looking at some stuff here. So from the Saint Dominic preview album, we're going to do the title track. Let's see, this was released in 1972. And after that, we're going to do Van Morrison, Raincheck, Days Like This, 1995. I don't know if that's correct, but let's take a look real quickly here at the email that you sent me, John. It says here's a couple of my favorite glorious tunes from Van Morrison. One earlier Van and one a little later in his career. So I think the 95 is correct. Thank you so much. Well, without further ado, let's go. I used to play one song by Van Morrison in a band that we had in Mexico. And it's so funny because I've never heard like Morrison other than Jim Morrison. So I was like, and when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I always thought that they might be related, but of course not. Okay, let's start it off here. Thank you again so much, everybody, for being here. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you love it, leave a comment saying that you love it. And if you completely adore the video, then subscribe. Again, thank you. So here we go with Saint Dominic's preview. Let's check it out. So much happening.
Shall be cleaning all the windows.
Let's put up the lyrics.
Singing songs about it at PF Soul. And I hear blue strains of no regretting on. Across the street from Cathedral Notre Dame.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back in San Francisco, we're trying hard to make this whole thing blend. Yet we sit upon this jagged story block with you, my friend. And it's a long way, Buffalo. It's a long way to Belfast City too.
This is so cool. Like from France to back to San Francisco to Buffalo and then Belfast. This is amazing. And I love the intro that was happening so quickly, even though this is a longer song for the time, for early 70s. I love that keyboard, very Hendrixy kind of guitar, and the bass, and then boom, he came in with the lyrics. So we're at a minute and he's already deep in the singer-songwriter, style. Very, very cool. Let's see where else he goes in this song. This is obviously maybe based on a trip or something he took. Very cool.
And I'm hoping the Joyce won't blow the hoist, 'cause this time they bit off more than they can chew.
Such a cool voice.
As we gaze out on, 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 yeah. Saint Dominic's preview.
Okay, where is this?
Saint Dominic's preview. Saint Dominic's preview. I guess a Safeway supermarket in the rain. And everybody feels so determined not to feel anyone else's pain. No one making no commitments to anybody but themselves. Talking behind closed doorways, trying to get outside empty shells. And for every cross-cutting country corner, for every Hank Williams Railroad train that cried, and all the chains, badges, flags, and emblems, and every strain on brain and every eye, as we gaze out on
That chorus.
as we gaze out on, as we gaze out on, as we gaze out on St. Dominic preview. I look at the man, St. Dominic preview. I look at the band, St. Dominic preview.
Beautiful guitar.
All the restaurant tables are completely covered.
This is definitely, obviously, he's talking about Paris, Saint Dominique, very close to the Eiffel Tower, and then Notre Dame as well. Very cool. It's just a nice story, and this is very true. Obviously, if you've ever been to Europe, you know, it's everything outside, outdoors, and people are sitting. It's always like you go to a plaza and there's just a sea of people sitting there having wine and smoking and eating, and it's all about having a good time. It's just a way of life. It's so different than the States. It's crazy. I lived in the US for 10 years. I never saw anything like it. It's just a European way of life. It's very French, very Spanish, Italian. In Germany, they do it too, but not like here. Like, it's a totally different. The whole siesta thing, the vermouth, you know, you drink a little alcohol at 12, you know, and then you go back to work, you know. It's just it's a totally different thing. It's a very slow. In Germany, not. I grew up in Germany. I didn't work there. I was too young. But I don't think they do that in Germany. They're more like more US, I think, but also very, very different. But just the US is just like it's like a machine. You know, working in the US, it's very. I like it. You know, you get used to working over there. It's very like. I was very much about metrics, and I was in finance, so it's all very like calculated and very cold. And here it's all like. It's like, I don't know, it's very good. It's very different. Okay, but I love that he's just telling about, you know, his trip and the travel, and it's very cool. And I love the music. It's just, he gives me a very relaxed state of mind with this. It sounds very Rolling Stones, very Bob Dylan, like singer-songwriter, but with his own twist, with his own like forte, you know. I don't really enjoy Bob Dylan's. I love Bob Dylan. I love his poetry. The voice is not as like this guy, I think, has a better voice, but that's just my taste, I think. And the Stones, you know, let's talk about the Stones some other day.
Yeah, the record company has paid out for the wine. You got everything in the world you ever wanted. And right about now, your face should wear a smile. You know, that's the way it all should happen. When you're in the state you're in, if you got your pen and notebook ready, think it's about time. said, but they was flying too high to see my point of view. As we gaze out on, as we gaze out on, as we gaze out on, as we gaze out on. St. Dominic's preview. Look at the man. St. Dominic's preview. Look at the band. St. Dominic's preview. Set the freedom marching. St. Dominic. Out in the street. Freedom marching. St. Dominic. Out in the street. Look at the man. St. Dominic. Turn around. St. Dominic. Come back. Come back. Turn around. Look at the man. Said hold on. St. Dominic's preview. Hey, hey. St. Dominic's preview. So mean.
Great guitar.
St.
Good slide.
Dominic's preview. Whoa.
Beautiful. The backing vocals, the organ, just the whole vibe. I love that he mentioned New York. And this like kind of like boom brings me back to Billy Joel's album. And he's referencing obviously Manhattan here. Very cool. Just like this is what I like about this sort of music, that I automatically switch to lyrics. I just pay a lot of attention when it's like these kind of singer-songwriters, because there's always a nice story to be told that you might, be able to relate to. It's not so much about the music. Yes, it's the nice little blues, progression, but it's just all kind of like it adds to the lyrics, because the lyrics is basically, it's not like listening to progressive rock or it's not so much about the music, and the music is great, the drumming, the bass, the keyboards, but it's just like the words that get to you, that chorus, and the whole like Joni Mitchell. Like when I listen to Joni Mitchell, I never listen to the music, and the music is beautiful, don't get me wrong, because especially her tunings, the way she tunes her instrument, always different, mostly open tunings, very, very interesting. I've tried it on my guitars, and you can just strum, but it's more about the melody that she creates and the lyrics and the tales. It's more about the tales and the story in this kind of music. It's just like, it's like a switch, And when I put on like something like ELP or, the Moody Blues or something, then obviously, well, the Moody Blues is maybe a bad example. I think ELP is a good example, because it's automatically like, it's about the music. What are they doing? Oh, they're in this progression here. Where is he going to go with that? Oh, he's like kind of like doing this scale. This would fit, as a musician, you kind of think that way, or you just shut off everything and you just take it in. But it's just, I can't help myself. Like I when I listen to, it's almost relaxing that I don't have to think about what chords he's using. It's just like, it's more about like enjoying the vistas that I can imagine when I listen to this music, because I can't imagine being in Paris, because I've been there, or other places. Very cool tune. I loved it. I love his voice. Some people don't really enjoy his voice for some reason. Van Morrison, for me, highly enjoyable. Like I don't really know who, but I remember one person telling me, like privately, like, oh, Van Morrison, oh, I don't like him. Why? Like, I don't like his voice. Okay, whatever makes you happy then. But I wouldn't recall who. So let's check the second song here, Raincheck. So the Raincheck, I guess, a play on words like, hey, can I get a rain check on this? You know, I didn't know what that meant until I lived in the States, and Alexi actually told me. Like, I think we were gonna buy some like a deal of water, like these like Lacroix or Lacroix. I think it's Lacroix, and they were like on sale, right? And and that's the thing. If you live in the States, you gotta take advantage of those sales. But it was like, I don't know, like 8 packs for like ridiculous, like nothing. And this was like the first year, and I remember the first year when we moved to the States, I was already fluent, but I was just very shy. I was just like, no, they're gonna think I have an accent, which I have. Like, I'm not like it's okay, you know, it's okay. But I was just like, if somebody would like approach me and talk to me, I would always look at Alexia like, you know, like I don't know what to say. And then it kind of disappeared. It happened like it was like that in Mexico when I learned Spanish. You have to get comfortable. And even when I went back to Germany, you know, I kind of like, I'm not really comfortable speaking German. And then it's so funny when we went to Munich, we would ask for directions and people would look at me like, well, you're the one, like you sound like you're from here. I come from like, I don't know, Ukraine or something. So people would look at me like, what is this guy doing here? Like, is he like lost in his own city? It's funny. But yeah, that's when I first heard that the term rain check, when we couldn't get the deal on these waters. And Alexa said, could I have a rain check on that? And then I asked her later, what is a rain check? And then she explained to me, well, it's like, you know, it's like this thing. It's like it's a thing. If somebody promised you something and it's not available, then you can get a rain check. So I think that's what the song is about. But hey, let's look at the lyrics. Maybe I'm totally off and I'm talking about this stuff that makes no sense at all. So this is from Days Like This, 1995. Let's see how he sounds 20 years later. Let's check it out. Very good music. More jazzy. Yes.
It's not high finance.
Wow.
It's called heart and soul.
Very different.
If it's rock and roll, got to go, 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 go. I'll keep moving on up to that higher ground. I'll keep on moving on up. I got to stand my ground. I'll keep on moving on up. I wanna stick around. Won't let the Baptist grind me down. Won't let the Baptist grind me down. Won't let the Baptist grind me down.
Wow.
Climb rain check in the afternoon. Climb rain check. Need a shot of rhythm and blues. Climb rain check. Oh, the golden autumn day. Climb rain check. I won't fade away. I won't fade away. I don't fade away. I don't fade
Amazing
away
musicians on
unless I want to. Can't take my love away, 'cause it's here to stay.
So this is exactly what I was talking about. I hear this kind of music, it automatically switches. Okay, what are they in? What are they doing? This sounds very, you know, there's a lot of work in here. Like, what are they doing? What time signature is this in? These are really nice chords, like that piano there. And I'm like, the lyrics are now secondary. They're like just like doing the music. They're filling up the music for me. So this is what happens when I hear like just, and the strumming here. It's just like a lot richer. It sounds almost like something Donald Fagen would record, something very sophisticated, you know. But let's keep it on the lyrics. I'm gonna try. It's just very good. I'm gonna look up the band that he had. If there's someone that we frequent with, Days Like This.
If it fades away, come back another day.
Come back another day.
Gonna keep on moving on up to that higher ground. Gonna keep on moving on up. I wanna stick around. Gonna keep on moving on up. Oh, let it stand my ground. Won't let the bastards grind me down. Won't let the bastards grind me down. Won't let the bastards grind me down. My name is Raincheck. In the afternoon, my name is Raincheck. Need to shout the rhythm and blues. My name is Raincheck. Gonna go the long day. My name is Raincheck. And I don't fade away. I don't fade away. I don't fade away.
Ronnie Johnson on the
I don't fade away unless I want to.
Yes, I want to.
beautiful. Sounds like West Montgomery.
Move it up, 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 move it up. Grind me down, grind me down, grind me down. My little man track, don't love to know my little man track. Do the shot of rhythm and blues, my little man track, gonna go down all day. My name is Raincheck and I don't fade away. I don't fade away. I don't fade away. I don't fade away unless I want to.
That pop music is beautiful.
Dance shoes, dance away your blues. When I'm feeling like this, I got nothing to lose.
23rd studio album.
Gonna keep on moving on up to a little higher ground. Gonna keep on moving on up. I'm gonna stick around. Gonna keep on moving on up. Got to stand my ground. Won't let the bastards grind me down. Won't let the bastards grind me down. Oh, won't let the bastards grind me down. My name is Raincheck. In the afternoon, my name is Raincheck. Need a shot of rhythm and blues. My name is Raincheck. Gonna go the morning day. My name is Raincheck. And I don't fade away. I don't fade away. I don't fade away. I don't fade away unless I choose. I choose. I choose. I choose. No, I don't fade away.
So good.
I don't fade away. I don't fade away unless I choose. 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 No, I won't fade away. I won't fade away. I don't fade away.
Yes, I want to.
Wow. What a different type of music. Beautiful nonetheless. This was obviously, like, I think a lot of artists, as they get more, I guess, I don't know, I don't want to say older, but more experienced, and they implement jazz into the music because why not? It sounds beautiful. You could play this anywhere. Also the other tune, but this just had, the drumming was so like very light and beautiful bass, beautiful improvisation on the solo. I don't know, maybe it was not improvised. It sounded pretty, I think, Maybe it was improvised. It depends. It depends. I would have to listen to it again, but just beautiful phrasing on the guitar, bass, the piano always kind of like, in the background. Um, Very cool. I did notice that he was a little bit more like loose on the whole lyrics, very a bit slurry, just like, hey, I have 24 albums under my belt, like, you know. This is my style. I really appreciate it, and imagine, I mean, he released one this year, 48 studio albums. I mean, halfway through you can already say, hey, imagine releasing 48 albums in your life. I mean, then there's other people like, I don't know, there's a musician who has released like 300 stuff like that, but it's all instrumental music. It's all like improvised and stuff, but this is beautiful. Very, very cool. Which one would I think I would have to listen to them again. I did like the whole Saint Dominic preview. I love the chorus. This was more like, yeah, it was more jazzy. I did appreciate the sound more here in this one. I think the whole music, the quality of the music was just better. But I like the song Saint Dominic, the lyrics better. So it wasn't about a rain check, like my whole like rambling there. It was his name. Um, but maybe it's also like, hey, yeah, like don't. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll give you a rain check. My name. I don't know. You let me know about the meaning, but it was really hard to focus because there's so much beautiful stuff going on in the background, the drumming and the guitar and the piano and everything. But great. I mean, this man is a legend, 12 million monthly listeners. Of course. Very, very cool. Thank you again, John. This was really, really cool. I didn't know that he was Irish, Northern Irish, either, so that's kind of cool. I'm sure I've heard about it in the last reaction I did of Van Morrison. I'm sure I mentioned it, but those are the things that you forget when you do a lot of music, when you listen to a lot of music. It's just like those little things, Where was he from again? Who knows? That's kind of, but very, very cool. This was definitely very, very enjoyable. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, John, for all the support you give us. I mean, holy smokes. Thank you. It's a pleasure, honestly. And all you guys that, support the channel with your love and your comments and your views, and it really makes a difference. I mean, it took us so long to get to 100,000 because our channel is so kind of like all over the place. We do like everything, and then there's other channels, but I think the next 50 was a lot quicker. But there's channels who get to 150 like in a week, like boom, because they only do like the famous of the famous. So we've always been about going deep dives, songs that nobody listens to. That's what we started with. I remember playing Alexia the rarest of the rare, even of my favorite bands, the stuff that I would never listen to, because I don't know, that's just the way we roll. But again, thank you so much. So it's very, very enjoyable. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you know this music, if the newer tune was something that you haven't heard, let us know. If something that you can tell us about the old song, the older song. I mean, they're both old. I mean, they're both like Alexia's age. The 90s one is Alexia's age. So it's crazy how time is so like always moving forward. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next one.